So you were just an infant when
Yep.
it was ending?
It was over.
Okay.
It was over when we were born. People had gone back to work.
I don't know
mostly.
when they said the Depression was over. I don't know.
Well, the way my mother talked, it was over.
Can you describe your houses that you lived in during that time?
Well, Papa, he lived in the same house for a long time, so we can describe his first. I lived in many houses.
Wasn't it that one?
No, we lived in Wurtemberg down by the farm.
Oh.
It was a little cute house. It was very small. Very small. And how
Frame.
many did you have at that time in your family?
There was 6 kids. I think 5 of them were there. Not right after the Depression, but what are you doing?
What was your house like?
Well, I lived quite a few places. I mean, it was just like a regular house. I think when I was little, I remember of a house, what did they call that out there? Anyways, it was just a normal white house.
Culbertson Way.
No, that wasn't. What I was trying to think of was out there past Pennsylvania Avenue, Clifton Flats.
Yeah,
Clifton
out in the flats.
But it was just a normal white house.
Do you remember where you slept? Like, where you sleeping with other?
I slept with my mother and my sister in a double bed. 3 people in a double bed.
I probably 2. Myself and 1 brother. We slept in the attic though.
Yeah, he slept in the attic too.
Can you describe any of the houses in your guys' neighborhood?
It was all about the same.
Yeah, they were all about the same. But you were glad to have a little house to live in.
Where was your favorite place to visit when you were little?
My favorite place to visit.
Grandma's.
For your grandfather and grandmas, huh? Yeah. I didn't have no grandmas, no grandpas. I guess I spent a lot of time in movies.
Where did you guys go to school?
Well, I went to Lincoln.
Perry.
Oh, he went to Perry.
Didn't you start school out here though? No. Where were you? No.
I went
We didn't
to,
come out here till I was in 6th grade, I think. I went up here 6th grade.
I went to North Street 3 times.
In 1 year.
No, sir. I went to North Street 3 times, Croton once, and Lincoln and Garfield once.
What kind of clothes did you have?
Very few.
Did you get any hand-me-downs?
No. No. And you know what? At that time, girl children wore dresses to school.
Where did you guys go for fun? On visits?
Down to the Slipper Rock Creek to swim. And we'd go in the morning and stay all day.
And your mom never worried about it.
Nope. I don't know whether she worried or not.
No, she didn't worry. I went to playgrounds and movies.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
My first job was a babysitting job.
How about you, Grandpa?
My first job, I messed around at Jim Newton's General Store.
What did your family do for holidays?
I don't remember.
Danced around the Pussy Willow tree.
You did not. Don't write that down. I can't remember of doing many special things. Sometimes we might go to Cascade Park. We did that a few times. Cascade Park and have a little picnic.
Was your family affected from the Depression?
Oh, I think they had been. I think everyone's family was affected by the Depression.
What kind of transportation did your family have? Zero. Do you remember any hairstyles that your sister would ever wear or anything?
Tell them a pot cut.
I think I
They put
can
a
just.
pot on your head and
That was to boys, huh? Is that what they did to boys? I can remember mostly short hairstyles when I was wee little.
Do you remember any songs that your mom used to sing to you, like when you're going to bed? Any nursery songs?
No, she had a song sheet that had belonged to my father. And sometimes, what was the song that she used to sing? When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, maybe?
What?
When Irish Eyes Are Smiling.
Okay. Do you remember like any slang words that you got off your older siblings?
Slang.
Yeah.
I don't know, I must have said brat a lot. No, I don't remember any slang words.
How about you, Grandpa? Living out in the country. No? Do you guys ever run into any hobos?
I saw a few, like when some of my friends and I used to walk a lot, and sometimes if you would pass, over a place that had railroad tracks,
Mm-hmm.
and you might see, men that you knew were hobos because the way they were dressed and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they would hang around the railroad tracks, probably to get a ride, huh?
probably. My mother would take them in every once in a while and give them something to eat.
Yeah, Mom did too. Well, those weren't hobos. I
Bigger.
consider hobos the ones that hung around the tracks, but there were men that used to go around neighborhoods and say, "Could you give me something to eat?"
Are any do you remember any big political people that was your family against any?
Not that I know of.
Against what, honey?
Like how the political people were, Hoover or
I don't know of.
I just remember, I think the first name that I sort of remember is Roosevelt.
yeah. What did you get for Christmas and birthdays?
Very little. You got one thing for Christmas. That's what you did. You got one thing for Christmas.